Hello gorgeous people who love the scraps. I'm from Australia. Hope you guys are doing great and welcome to my second DT project for Annie, msgardengrove1 Etsy shop. And I'm super excited. If you guys have seen my first project, it's a beautiful altered box with the doll image. For my second project, I've decided to do a beautiful heart-shaped wall hanging with another doll image also. And I'll share that with you guys. Again, I always mention for the month of July, for June, July and August, simply by using the discount code VAR678, you will be able to get 10% off all your purchase. So Annie has beautiful laces and trims. I'm sure you guys have been to her shop many times. I'll put all links down below and you guys can check out Annie's amazing store out. And without saying too much more, let's go and share with you guys my second DT project for the month. Okay guys, here is my beautiful heart-shaped wall hanging that I have created for Annie. Annie's msgardengrove1's Etsy shop. Just going to give you a quick overview. I don't really have a good place to display this at the moment, so I'm just hanging it up on one of my shelf here so that you guys can see the beautiful details that I have created here. It's to match the box and it's so absolutely beautiful. I love how it's turned out. So that's just a quick overview, and I'll lie it down and then I can share with you guys what it looks like. So that's the front of it. It's a heart-shaped wall hanging like I keep saying, and that is the back of the wall hanging. As you guys can see there, it's a heart shape. So I'll pop it down and I'll share with you guys what I have done. It's quite a nice size, as you guys can see my hand there. I didn't do a template whatsoever. I used two calico, and then I had sandwiched some wadding in between the center, you know, the stuffing. Not really stuffing, but I call it wadding. I'm not sure what you guys call it in the USA, but it's this type of quilted, kind of like I call it stuffing. It's not really fabric because it's not material. It's kind of like a nylon stuffing, like a quilters. You put it in the middle of your quilts and stuff. I think you know what I mean. Sorry guys, gonna be croaky like usual. So I had traced out. I had folded like my piece of fabric in half like that, and then I just went snip into form of a heart, and then once you open it you have your heart. And then I just use that as my template to cut my second piece of heart, as well as use that to cut out the wadding. And then I cut the wadding slightly smaller, about 2 centimeters or a centimeter smaller than the actual heart itself, the fabric heart, and then you put it in the center, and I stitched all the way around the heart about 1.5 centimeters in, maybe half an inch. I'm not very good with my inches, but that's how I have formed my base, and it's quite padded. If you want to use heavier material, it will be much firmer, but for a wall hang I didn't want to make it too heavy, so I used two pieces of calico cut in the shape of a heart and some wadding in the center, and I stitched around it to form my heart. And then I had used this beautiful lace from Annie also, that she has sent to me in my birthday rack, and that's all I have left, Annie. I love this trim so much. It's got little polka dots on it. It's nylon, and I did a gathering stitch on my sewing machine, and it gathered like that. And I had stitched it all over my sewing machine, over the whole heart. See, all the way across here it's stitched, as you guys can see there. Just got some threads that I forgot to cut. So I stitched it. I stitched the heart first, and then I stitched the ruffled lace trim all over it again. So just to hold the heart in shape first before I stitched the ruffle on, and that went all the way around the outside of my beautiful heart hanging. And then from there I had chosen this beautiful image from Pinterest again, and she is so beautiful. I had adjusted the color on an editing website just to tone it down a little bit more. In the actual color is her eyes, I think, are a little bit more blue, and underneath her eyes has got more like a pinky tone to it. So I muted it down to this beautiful soft muted color in the grays and the cream hues, as you guys can see there. It's so amazing. I love the color tones when they're really muted. It's just me. So I had chosen that image and I printed onto my fabric, and I peeled the paper backing off, and then I had cut out the same shape wadding, and I had stitched that on. As you guys can see, she's got dimension to her. She's really round with the stuffing in there, and once you stitched it on, it kind of like just puffs it up, gives you an extra dimension. So it looks like a beautiful frame already on with the image on there. Once I stitched that down, I had when I went on to placing all my laces on it to see how I would like to rearrange it. So I had used this beautiful lace trim here from Annie's shop along the sides here, and I had used this other it's like corded lace from my stash that I have tea dyed, and it has like little drops also, like see the drops there. I had laid that on top of it, and then I just went on to embellishing it with different flowers. This is the same flower that I created out of the flower trim that Annie has in her shop, and I used 2 petals together to form this flower. I put hot glue down the bottom and I scrunched it together and just quickly gathered it just to form like a dimensional flower. This layer here is from my stash, and this bling's from Annie also. I used the same technique and I created this beautiful doily flower. I chopped up a little doily motif, and then I put hot glue in the middle and I scrunched the base together to give it dimension, and I used another flower applique from my stash and popped that down also. This little pearl trim here, that's from Annie's store also, is this little one here, and I just snipped this little part here and then I adhere it to the center, and this is from Annie's shop also. It's like the same, but this one has bling, this one's got the pearl in it, so it just gives it beautiful texture. This spray here is from my stash. These little appliques are from my stash. The spray here comes with this spray. This beautiful trim here is from Annie's shop. It's the same one that I've used on the box. This is from my stash also. You guys have seen this beautiful sparkly trim. I can't seem to find it at the moment. It's this beautiful one, and it has like little scallop motifs at the top here, and I had chomped that part as well as chomped the smaller part which is here. That's all I have left, so I can't really show you guys the other part that I chopped off, but it's a smaller part and then the wider parts like this. And I had added the wider part. I had used some crochet, cotton crochet lace at the back here first, just to frame 3/4 of the image. This crochet lace here, just to make my applique pop out, so it's not too flat. And then I had used this beautiful, applique trim from Annie's store with the the beautiful clear sequins here that sparkles like mad. I chomped that piece and added there to frame the top, and this part here down the bottom to frame it. But because the image here, the bottom U is a little bit wider than the actual trim itself, I had snipped around here, and then I stretched it out a little bit, so it gives you see how this part here, I chopped it around it. You see how I snipped it so that I was able to open it up and stretch it to fit the bottom of the lace. Lift this part on top of the other 2 that I've snipped down and hot glued it on top again so it stays in place. But I did a little snip there and snip here, and I can stretch it to match the frame. If you don't, it'll probably only go to about there. But I made 2 little slits and I was able to stretch it to fit. And it's so beautiful. I love it so much, and I hope you guys can see how beautiful this truly is. And it's more amazing in person than just looking at over the vid here. The colors, the texture, the dimension, it's just all so beautiful. And here's another part of the applique that I've chopped and just added as like a little dangled feature down the bottom here for my beautiful heart wall hanging. At the top here, this particular hanger is a Maya Road. I think it's a Maya Road hanger. I don't know where my tag is, but I think it's from Maya Rose. No, not Maya Rose, Melissa Francis, sorry. It's a Melissa Francis hanger that I bought off your scrapbooking supply probably over a year or 2 years ago now. And they have little roses on it, and it matched so well. I really love it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it on there. I might change it, but as for now, that's how I'm going to hang it up in my scrapbook room, and it's so beautiful. you guys can see how gorgeous it is. So that is my second DT project for Annie's Miss Garden Grove 1's Etsy shop, and I hope you guys like it because I love it to death. It's so beautiful. And yeah, it's got lots of dimension and texture. So hope you guys like it too. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to go to Annie's shop and use your discount code, which is VAR678, for your 10% off these beautiful laces and trims. And if you're not sure what trim I have used to form this beautiful flower here, you can go back through my vids and look at my July DT package from Annie, and you'll be able to create this. I'm going to get some more because I really love how this flower is, and the color and the texture. It's cotton embroidered and it's so beautiful. So kiss you from the dolly. See you guys. Love you so much. Bye.